It's time to upgrade.
Sorry for the recording bomb there. I just put that in there. Oh, yes. All right. Now we got a couple other people joining. How's everybody's Monday?
Busy.
Yep. Driving here.
Jack and I pretty much feel like we're eating all day now that we're back on time nutrition.
And you're in, did you say you're in plan D?
I'm in C.
C?
I'm actually technically in D, but I'm starting out in C because I've been eating. I mean, I've been eating B without paying attention, but like I'm sure I had the same amount of calories. It's just not the same volume of food,
Yeah.
right?
By the way, your hair looks amazing.
Oh, thanks.
You got like
That looks
the
really cute.
curls going on there.
Waves.
It just finished drying, so
Is it
it'll look
natural?
good for
or
about
do you-
15 minutes and then it's done.
Yeah.
Well, and before or if Melanie hops on and Jen, so Jen had a birthday yesterday and it's Melanie's birthday today. So if they both make it on or one or both, we'll sing happy birthday to them. So just give me a minute. And Timber wants to sing too, which is totally fine. I love it. Oh, speak of the birthday girl.
She is.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Are you having a great day?
It could be better,
Oh, dang it.
Aw.
but I mean, it's not a bad day. I'm here, but it could be better in the sense of doing stuff. I was at my mom's house all day moving because she's moving, so that's what we did all day. So, but my
Moving
daughter thought of a cute idea to take me to go get ice cream, and then my mom paid for it. So,
Oh, how nice. Hi, Jen. Hi, Kelly.
okay.
Should we start off with some singing of praise while everybody's here before people drop off a little bit later? I think
Of
so.
course.
We're gonna sing happy birthday to Jen and Melanie because you guys are our birthday girls. Except oh, there you go. I was like, Jen's frozen. All
I would say all
right,
you can do is her thumb.
let me get some videos here. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday
to
you.
Happy
Birthday,
Melanie and Jen.
Melanie.
Happy birthday to you. Thank you.
Awkward birthday singing ever, but you know what? It works. It works. Well, happy birthday, both of you.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Jen. I forgot to tell you happy birthday yesterday.
That's okay. Happy birthday to you.
All right. So I threw in the very last minute event I created for tonight's call, talking about the preferred customer launch that is on Friday. So as you guys know, I think back in like March-ish, they announced preferred customer, which was a transition for all of our coaches who are, I think it's 6 months without active, like they're just not actively coaching. They're not, I don't know exactly the criteria. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling over my words. But basically, we just wanted to have a discussion. What are people's questions about preferred customers? Does everybody know what it means? Like, let's just have conversation around it. I've had a couple people reach out with some kind of random questions. Just curiosity killed the cat, and let's chat about it. And go.
So basically, oh, sorry, I might have a child screaming in the background, but hang on. All right. Sorry. If I talk, she'll just cry louder unless I have her with me.
She's so cute.
Thank you. Basically, it's preferred customer, and this is a question, but I'm going to talk my way through it. If they say basically, so what, it's within 5 weeks because it's a bonus week period. If they don't have, is it 5 weeks or 5 months without either a sale or a personal purchase that they get booted to the VIP customer versus a discount coach?
I
So
would think-
just FAQ, it's 6 months. It says,
Okay.
to remain a coach, one of the below activities is required every 6 months from the date of your enrollment. One, you have to enroll a coach or preferred customer, or the other one is one sale generating personal volume to customer or preferred customer.
Okay. Awesome.
And then it sounds like, yeah, if the activity is not met, the coach account will be reclassified to preferred customer.
Okay. So that's super cool because it's like, really, you sign up for your discount, you stay current on your fees, you hang out, you get your discount, and like no harm, no foul if you're not like coaching or selling. You just you get to keep it, you keep your discount versus then like if you're a coach. Okay, and I do like that 6 months because that's for like for military. If you're gone for 6 months, I mean, I would hope you would have customers like me. I've got customers that would continue to buy even when I'm gone, but they give you that that leeway. And I'm sure too they can put something on your account if you're a coach and deployed. So
Yeah.
not that that matters to anybody here, but you might know somebody. So somebody else who that might matter to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then so
I don't really see a place where it says like if you want to be reinstated though. Like say you decide then to start coaching.
Oh, that's a good, well, because all of the previous info has said you can go up and down between the two, anytime, no problem,
Okay.
like between a regular coach and a VIP customer. So if you're hanging out and you get your disc and have your discount and you want to start coaching again, or if you sign up as a discount without giving your social and you want to go to a coach, you would have to then give your social so they track for income for taxes. But you wouldn't have to, from my understanding, you wouldn't have to pay the fee or anything. Okay, so then this is another question. If you're signing up purely as the VIP customer, do you have to pay the $40 initial fee?
I don't believe so. I mean,
Okay.
coaches really don't have to now if you do a challenge pack.
Right.
It's
Well,
really-
I never really had to with the challenge pack anyway, because it was always included. So, okay.
I'm reading the enrollment now though. Hang on.
Do people have customers that want to sign up for this right away?
I do.
I
I've
do.
got 3.
And what was stopping them before? They literally just didn't want to give their social before, or they don't like the, I mean, I had one lady that was like, well, I don't want to coach. And I said, well, we do have a program coming out that's going to be very similar, but you're not technically a coach. And she's like, oh, okay. Just because she didn't want to be, she's like, well, I'm not going to coach. I don't want to be a coach, but she's interested in the discount. So I was curious if what you guys were finding.
Yeah, one is a former coach who left, doesn't want to, coach or do anything with that, but still loves the product, still wants the discount. One is she's got her, she will never build a business as a coach, and she already does like discount on some other stuff. So I think it's just maybe the tracking thing. And one gal, she may coach. She's starting to actually like coach and post and everything. She's a friend of mine. She's been doing Beachbody for longer than we've been friends and moved her account over. So, and I'm like, she asked me about it. I'm like, yeah, are you starting to coach? Because you're starting to do coachy things. And she's like, well, I've been thinking about it. So I'm like, okay, well, let's get going. Like, let's get you started. She's like, well, I just want to see you. So I might try to just get her before Friday. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think sometimes like the word coach and like discount coach scares people off, which I understand. And I guess I don't know. I don't want to like push people because I'm like, oh, well, you can just sign up for this and then do whatever. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like some people think that that's too too icky or too like join my team, whatever. But it's, if you're a preferred customer, that's no problem. In fact, Tupperware has that doing now. I'm probably signing up Friday for my $15 so I can get a 25% discount on Tupperware because Lord knows I need it with all I've been buying lately. It's also cool. It's all like made in the, I'm sorry, I'm not an advertisement, but I had never realized how cool and updated it was. And it's made in the USA, and that means a lot to me. So I'm like, yes, all the thing, and all of my current stuff is like 10 years old and dying, so I need to replace it. But anywho.
Yeah. So do other people have questions about the preferred customer program?
Have they come out with a date?
6th.
This Friday.
Oh, this Friday?
So if you have people under you who are currently coaches, you'll want to let them know that they will be, if they have not been active since March or have not gotten anybody to sign up, then they will go to preferred customer status, which isn't it's not a big deal for them. They might not, most people.
Oh, it's automatic? Sorry, I came in late.
It's not automatic.
I think it's 6 months from their enrollment date. Every 6 months from their enrollment date. So it won't happen like all at once to all people. It'll be.
Okay, so it's a trigger.
Yeah, the way I read that last FAQ was 6 months from enrollment. Yeah, because I would guess they want to stagger this right now.
Mhm.
Otherwise it could be just kind of a giant lump. I don't know.
So
I have a question.
Yeah.
About it. So once this happens on Friday, usually Beachbody, anytime there's something going on, they send out an email. And I'm wondering, do you think that they're going to do that? And then if they do you think people have the option, because I haven't read about this yet, but do you think people would have the option if they're a coach to change their status? Right away?
Like if you know you're not going to coach, like if you want to prefer, I think that is a possibility. There is a report for you to look in your downline to see where people are going to convert over, like because of inactivity.
Yeah.
But I feel like I did see somewhere where you could choose that option, but I'll look and see if I can find it.
I read that too, and I don't remember where.
Yeah.
Because I'm just worried, like, I'm not really worried because it is what it is, but I'm just wondering if anybody from my current team who's not, I don't really have anybody that's like heavily working the business, kind of just like medium working, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just wondering for those that are completely discount coaches, if they see this come through, if they're just going to be like checking the box and changing over,
Yeah, but my understanding is that doesn't affect your status at all, right? Like they still count for your rank.
They count for your rank?
Yeah, they're still part of
because-
your genealogy. They remain the same in your back office. They're just called something different and they don't have a tax. ID.
But they would just be like a coach placeholder then, because they're never going to be an emerald. They're never going to be anything else but like a coach placement.
Right, but they count for your
And
coaches.
if they decide to coach, they keep wherever they are in your genealogy when they decide to coach again as a preferred customer. So if they've been a coach and understand that, go to a preferred customer, but then decide, hey, I want to jump back in, they'll be in their same spot.
Because they cannot sell anything. So if they've ever had, an idea or somebody approached them, they might as well just stay a coach. Unless they really think that's not going to happen and they don't want to pay, well, they'll have to still pay the fee. So I'm just thinking this through, like what would be, maybe there'll be like a benefits fact sheet or something that we can put together as benefits of staying a coach, benefits of staying preferred, because it's a little confusing. If they're going to pay the $14.95 or $15.95, whatever it is, anyways, they get the discount, but they couldn't, say a friend approaches them, like if they're buying stuff anyways, they might as well just stay a coach. in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Really, when I was looking at it, the only difference I saw was the fact that preferred customers do not have to put in their social security number. Like that would be the only benefit if you have someone who's on the fence. And I think, I know that the way I've communicated it that Cindy had shared with me, that I know I shared around in this group, is really, we do the same thing with Amazon Prime. We do the same thing with whatever, Hulu, Netflix, it's all a membership service. So whether Netflix wanted to label us as Netflix gurus or whatever, it doesn't really matter. You're still paying the fee every month. So, I'm saying, like, it's not icky or gimmicky. It's just a way to, like you said, let people know, like, what happens if your best friend approaches you? Do you want me to get that commission? I'd rather you get that commission as a coach, when really the only difference is entering your social security number or not. So.
Yeah.
But,
So if you're a coach and you haven't had any sales for 6 months, does that make you a preferred customer?
Yes, you will be reclassified.
Okay.
yeah, and it looks like this.
That means that you would lose all your customers though, right?
I was wondering that too. Do the
That's
customers
really
get
interesting idea. It does not really like go into that depth. The thing is your customers would also have to have been inactive for the last 6 months, right? Because if you had any order in that 6 month time
Right.
from them, then you would stay active. So really, I don't know.
So does this mean that if my coach hasn't done anything with the business, like, what would that mean? I was like,
I see you're thinking.
yeah, it's like
You've been ordering.
right.
And
Just because I'm doing it doesn't mean I get reclassified, but it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
How does that change our upline, I guess, too? So.
Well, someone like your upline, Jess, would have probably at least one order going through every 6 months because they had customers previously. And I know, like, even during the months or, that I haven't been working the business hard, I still have so much residual income, like so many residual sales and customers. So I think if they've been in the business a long time, and even though they're not like actively working it now, that they're somehow staying active within 6 months.
Yeah. No.
There's no such luck for you. Like,
I'm still gonna grasp for straws at any way I can. Okay.
I know you were thinking of all the things, but yeah, I think it's an interesting point though for others, but I don't think it'll happen for you.
That's all right.
I was confused on whether preferred customers had to pay the business
They
the
do.
$40. They do, right?
Yeah.
That's like
No,
literally the
no.
only thing I could see the difference is putting in your social security number or not, and getting paid
So
if you have sales.
This says that to enroll as a preferred customer, you must be 18 years or older, reside in a country where Beachbody is officially announced for open for business. You must pay your first month's membership fee or purchase a challenge pack, which includes the first month's fee.
Okay.
So that's if you're a customer, and you want to enroll as a preferred customer, that's what you have to do.
Yep.
And then, if they bought a challenge pack previously, they have to sign up, pay the $39.95, and then request a refund.
They're just at the $15.95 as a preferred customer. There is no $39. So it's only if they're signing up as a coach. Like they actually want to coach the business. If they don't want to coach, they just want the discount, then they're just going $15.95 from the start.
Okay,
So
so
I
if
guess
I
that
have
would be
an
another
existing customer that wants to be a preferred customer, then they have to pay the $15.95?
Yep.
Oh,
And
okay.
that
That's
starts
much
their
better.
month.
Okay. And then
So-
when we're doing a share cart, is there now is there going to be a preferred
I
customer?
would guess. Yeah, I would guess, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So this says, starting with preferred customer launch, which is Friday, existing coaches can reclassify to a preferred customer online in the My Account section of teambeachbody.com. After
Oh.
reclassification, coaches will be reclassified to preferred customers immediately, and any existing monthly subscriptions will automatically transfer, and they will continue to receive the same discount and pay the same low monthly fee. Any existing customers or personally sponsored coaches will be inherited by the reclassifying coach's sponsor.
Mm. Okay. So as usual, like exactly what happens now when a coach cancels.
Yes.
And I also just read, like, this is also the same for the 6-month thing. It just says on here, you cannot send an order to an existing preferred customer and have them switch to you. So you still have the same rule.
Oh,
As a preferred customer, you're now locked into your coach for at least 6 months.
Okay. That's good.
okay. Okay. So I had someone reach out to me today who wants to re-enroll as a coach this Friday. And I didn't even give it any thought because she's been a coach on my team before and gave it up just because of life. And, you know, but she loves Shakeology and her BOD ran out. So she just figured sign up again, right? So I didn't even have to like talk to her about it. She knew this is what she wants to do, but I'm just curious now because I don't recall her ever having customers. She wanted to work on the business though previously. It just never had any, you know, luck with it or whatever, however you want to term it. She didn't really do much with it. So now I'm just curious, like, do I tell her about the preferred, you know, because I told her I would send her a share cart. I don't even know. Like, she doesn't care that she gives her social.
Well,
I
should
would tell her because she's going to be reclassified if she doesn't at some
Yeah.
point. And so that I wouldn't want that surprise of being reclassified, thinking you had extra time. You've got 6 months to sell something if you want to keep building the business.
I would at least give her I would give her a heads up and give her the opportunity to either try working it if she wants to. Maybe she has changed her mind and wants to do it. I mean, when I did it before, I really had no intention of doing it.
And
then
maybe this
when
would push her a little, you know?
Maybe.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
what do you guys think are when you're approaching a new customer or when you're sending them a share card, are you going to suggest one or the other to them? Like, are you going to suggest, obviously, are you suggesting the preferred customer or to start out, or just going to talk to them about it? It's just another thing to talk about before closing the order though.
yeah, I mean, I plan on framing it as you have 2 options to get the discount. You can get the discount if you don't have any intention of coaching ever, but if you ever want to get paid or you want to run this business and lock arms with me, I say you might as well sign up with the coach option. Try it out for 6 months. If it doesn't work for you, then you can just get reclassified as a preferred customer and you still have the same benefits. So it's just kind of leading with the most beneficial thing for them. Because if I found out that someone was like, oh, I'll just sign you up as a preferred customer because it's easier and that's what most people want to do. And then like, oh, I could have earned money, or you didn't believe in me enough to be a coach. You know what I mean? Like, don't put those limiting beliefs on people. That's just where my mind's at, is you never know. Somebody could be your rock star coach and they don't want to be a coach. You know, it's just putting a little bit of belief in them. So.
Okay, so if I'm a coach, I'm reclassified as sorry, I'm just trying to process this.
Yeah.
Preferred customer, and then my best friend says, or my mother-in-law or somebody says, hey, I want to buy. Then are you saying there's a waiting period? I can't just automatically be a coach. I have to.
No, there's no waiting period to become a coach again. If you were already a preferred customer or coach, right? You're already locked into your upline. It's if you want to switch coaches, that's the waiting period that remains the same regardless of coach or customer.
So so my coaches that have been inactive, and they're going to get reassigned to be preferred customers. And then all of a sudden they'll probably have like 2 or 3 people that say, oh, I want to buy from you. And then they can just switch back.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I don't know what the switching back process looks like. So from preferred customer to coach, I imagine they're going to have some form or something to fill out, and it probably takes 24 hours. I mean, I've noticed with the coach change form, so from customers wanting to change their coaches, it goes through, like, especially the last few weeks, it's been going through within like hours. people are like, I can already see you as my coach. So I imagine that process will be somewhat fast as well. I just don't know exactly what that's going to look like.
Okay, so just to clarify this again in my head, like for example, my husband's account. I don't ever put customers under him. And I don't think any customers are purchasing under him. So he is just getting his discount right now. He will turn into a preferred customer, correct?
Yeah, so will mine.
Okay,
Mine will too.
unless I decide to grow a customer there. Okay.
Right, mine too, but he'll still count for my status.
Well, that's what you guys are saying, right?
That'll still, like, if you're using your husband, as an emerald position, that will still count for emerald. It will still count. And now if at some point your husband decides to build the business, then you'll need to reclassify him before a link is sent in order to have that, person under.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Jen, how come you don't put customers under your husband?
I don't know. I just never really had to because I have 2 other accounts of my own. I have so he is under my second business center now.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Because I canceled him a long time ago, and then I was like, you know what, let me maybe build my second business center, and I put him under my second business center. So if I'm gonna add any customers to my second business center, that's my weak leg. Why wouldn't I just put him under my second business center, not him, and make it awkward?
Yeah.
I just never really had the need to do that.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. I was thinking because my husband's on one leg. I don't totally get the whole leg thing, but he's on one leg and then I got somebody else on my other leg. And I have people and I just have it automatic placement.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So Rob, that's different. That's different what you're talking about than what Jen's talking and what we were talking about. So when you put someone under your spouse, that means you actually use their coach number to sign them up. You're still using your coach number, but in the genealogy, they're underneath your husband. And there's people underneath Jen's husband.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I understand.
You know what I mean? So
yes, I got you.
She could add with his number under him. But that's what we're talking about.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Using him as the coach person signing the person up. Right? Yeah. Okay. All right. I got it.
So, but in order to keep him as a coach, a customer or a customer sign up, new customer sign up, or new coach sign up, using his coach ID number would have to happen.
Right.
And what I'm saying is I never needed to do that because I would just sign them up with my own accounts.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of, I've done it before because I built my husband to Emerald before, and I would say, and I did it, and I would say, listen, I'm going to sign you, like it'll list my husband as your coach. I'm going to sign you up under his account, but that's just because I'm building his account as well. We're like a team. We do this as a family, but you're going to still come to me with any questions you have. And that's the way I've worded it in the past, because again, when the person signs up, it's going to be like, it'll say your coach is Oliver Arias. And they're going to be like, why does it say Oliver Arias? So if you don't explain that up front, then it becomes weird.
Yeah.
Right. But since Oliver's on my right leg under my second business center, anytime I sign anybody up on my right leg, it trickles down. It's under him. He gets volume from that. And that's kind of what Deanna was explaining. But you know what I'm saying? So it's he's still getting volume from whatever I do after he was placed on my team.
Yeah. Does he get a check for anything, Jen?
Does he get a check?
Yeah. Because he won't get that. Well, see, that's really confusing too, right? Because does he get paid for anything?
He's not an Emerald any longer. He doesn't have anybody active under him. So no, he's basically is going to become a preferred, member, I think, at this point, unless I place a customer through his account. Like, again, what I was just explaining to Robin, I would have to say, oh, you want a challenge pack? Okay, I'm going to have you order it through my husband's business. You know what I'm saying?
Keep him active.
And then if I give him a customer, then yes, he would stay as an active coach. But I don't really feel like he needs to.
That's what I was gonna say. Is there any reason to keep him active as a coach? I mean, if he's not getting a paycheck and he still counts as a coach on your team, there's no real reason to keep him as a coach.
Right. So these are the things that I'm like, swirling around and thinking about. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of graphics about it that we can share when someone's deciding. Like it'll say, pick your path, kind of like what we've seen before with, portion fix or coaching or whatever. It's the same kind of thing. They would pick their path. And basically the only difference, like you're saying, is social security number and earning income, period. Right?
Yeah. Now, Jen, what you were mentioning earlier about your friend wanting to sign back up, I have a similar situation where my friend wants just to get Shakeology, and she doesn't want to challenge. She was going to do 645. She's not going to do 645. So point being, she's like, well, I want to sign up to get the discount. Well, when I did the share cart, she had to pay the $39.95 because she's not getting a challenge pack and she's just getting Shakeology. So in this instance, what I'm going to go back and tell her is you'll do better to get the preferred customer on Friday, pay $15.95 to get your discount, but you'll still get the discount on the Shakeology because she doesn't want to coach either. She's been a coach before and just doesn't want to do that. So I mean, there are benefits to it for certain people. It's just part of the conversation, I think, with different people, see where they're at.
Yeah. And Jess, I think you bring up a good point with that, and that's good info that I didn't catch if it was Lily or Deanna said. I think it was Lily, but where you pay your month fee, your $15.95 versus the $39.95 to get your discount. I mean, to me, that's a huge sign up point. If I don't want to do a coach, I don't want to be labeled, I don't want people asking me things about exercises, I just want my discount, then that makes a lot more sense to sign up and just pay your one monthly fee instead of the business startup fee. So like you said, I think you just got to know who you're talking to. It's part of that conversation, and know which would be better, which is, I mean, good talking that out for me. I might just try to convince my friend who's doing coachy things and sharing her workouts anyway, and just be like, Sarah, let's just do the coach thing. It'll be good.
Well, and one benefit to the preferred customer too is, you guys are making me think about this, is how many times we have someone who just signs up for BOD. They don't want Shakeology, they don't want performance pack. Well, this would be a great opportunity to be like, if you do want to get something else in the future or new programs, you can go ahead and sign up as a preferred customer and get future discounts on anything that you might buy. So it would give you the opportunity to do like yearly BOD for $99, and then also have them sign up as a preferred customer too. And I don't know what it would look like if they do like quarterly BOD or do the 6 months, but I think we all know that those aren't very cost effective anyway anymore, unless you've locked in those rates before they change them. But just different ways to think about it.
So can I just ask one thing?
Yeah.
Are you guys saying that I was under the impression that no matter if it was a new order, like if the coach was bringing in, like, even if it was the same orders that they've had coming in under them, that counts, right?
Yeah.
That keeps them as a coach.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to verify, because Scott does make a check. Not every month or not every week, but every month.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll still remain then.
Yep.
All right.
And I'll have to see what happens too with Oliver. Like, it's 6 months. So there might be like a random, like, old order that pops up. You know what I mean? We'll see. But is that, anybody on the line feel like worried about their own status, or are you all having customer orders go through within 6 months? Or do you have anyone that's like, wanting to kind of work on the business, but just hasn't had orders go through and like worried about it? Or because maybe this will just put a little added, pressure type thing. Just never know.
You can sell even something as little as like a Shakeology sampler pack. I mean, there are ways to get around if you want to remain a coach. I mean,
So there's no
definitely-
PD. There's no PD quota then, really.
I thought it was
I think
50.
so. It just, is it, you have to have 50?
I thought it was 50 from what I saw. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I don't have it pulled up right away, but I thought it was 50 TD every, 6 months. I thought it was 6 weeks, but I guess it's the 6 months. I thought there was. That might have changed in their most recent, but I thought there was a small qualifier.
It looks like 50. It says as in order to be eligible, well, that's for bonuses. This is for bonuses. That's kind of confusing. Yeah, this was just talking about cycle bonuses.
It says to remain a coach, one of the below activities is required every 6 months from the date of your enrollment. One enrollment or one sale generating personal volume. It doesn't say how much though.
Okay.
It says one sale.
Okay, so that's cool, because then you have your own PV. We know as a coach, you need your own PV to remain active. So then it must just say, in addition to that, one sale of any kind, right? Within 6 months.
Yeah, so this says between July 29th and August 6th, you can self-reclassify. And then October 7th is the first semi-annual review for coaches who enrolled before March 2021. And then November is the monthly reclassification. It will occur every first Thursday in the first full week of the month.
Oh, okay. So our coaches, like my coaches, are not going to get notified then until October, it sounds like, right?
Well, so they can start reclassifying right now if they want.
If they want to.
If they want to, this says that they can self-reclassify starting now.
But they don't, right, but they won't have to, they won't, Beachbody won't do it until October.
This says October 7th is the first semi-annual review for anybody that was a coach prior to March of this year.
Okay, cool.
And then starting in November, they'll go through the process monthly.
Yes, on the first Thursday of the first full week of the month.
Why does it sound different when Lily reads it? When I read it myself, I
just happen to look at the FAQ. I don't know.
Like I can understand it when you read it. When I'm reading it myself, I'm like, what does that
What's
mean?
the FAQ number?
The one that I'm looking at is 4066. It says reclassification start here.
Oh, hey, here's an interesting one. It says lifetime diamond rank coaches are not able to self-reclassify. So
yeah,
that's interesting. So if you're a lifetime diamond, but your business is back down to 0, you are not allowed to reclassify. You stay as a coach.
That makes sense as to why, yeah, that makes sense, unfortunately.
No, was it reclassify? That to me, that is
self-reclassification.
But you're stuck as a coach until October when Beachbody reclassifies you, unless of course you have a sale or something come back in. Because I'm not worried about it because I've got some good customers and I'm actively trying to rebuild, but I would be affected by that. I'm a lifetime diamond, because I can think of some gals on our team who I think just, aren't with us anymore as well, who would be lifetime diamonds, who, if they still had their account for whatever reason and we're like, oh, I'll just switch over to a VIP, they would have to wait until Beachbody goes through and does the reclassification from corporate.
It makes it sound though like lifetime diamonds won't be reclassified at any point.
Right, that's how I listen.
But here, so we talked about the customers. So it says, if a coach reclassifies to a preferred customer, how is their sponsor impacted? And it says the sponsor will inherit all customers, preferred customers, and coaches personally sponsored by the canceling coach. So
Okay,
if you have a business, but everybody's inactive, right? So like, but you had leads at one point or whatever, but everybody's inactive, then your sponsor would gain
all of that.
those people, even though they're inactive. They would, you know.
So essentially, if you're a coach currently, and like you still keep all your leads, your customers, even if they're inactive, they're still tied to you. You classified a VIP customer, you lose all of that. It goes up to your sponsor. If you decide to coach again, you got to start from ground zero.
Sounds like you're probably starting from scratch. Yes.
Yep.
But it also sounds like so you can avoid that, you would want to just make sure you're placing orders or having customers place orders. So this is like if you fall off the face of the earth as a coach and you literally do nothing with your business for 6 months.
Well, I think even as a coach, if you're ordering, that doesn't keep you active.
I know.
You have to have a sale.
No, hold on. I found that graphic that I shared. It's kind of just a snapshot, kind of what Jen was talking about, and it just says something about that. Let me pull it up real quick. Coach minimum activity required. In order to maintain a coach account every 6 months from the date of enrollment, a coach needs to have either one new coach or preferred customer enrollment, or have at least one sale to a customer or preferred customer that generates volume.
Yeah, so it's not their own orders. They have to have a sale or a coach enrollment.
Yeah, you're right. So if you have your husband's account, you could buy something under their account to generate an order. Right? No?
Yeah.
Or does it have to be a new customer?
No.
They wouldn't be linked to that person.
No, if you're
talking about keeping
so
your.
what I'm thinking of is to keep yourself active. If your husband goes down to preferred customer, you could order under him to keep you active because that's a sale to a preferred customer.
Right. The bottom line is if you'd like to be a coach, you have to coach.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Which, I think Beachbody has been good about keeping it fair for the business builders, right? For the coaches who want to coach. And it may not seem, right at the time. And I know a lot of it over the last couple of years haven't been personally good for me. But I think this is a really good move in having the coaches who are coaching be coaching and rewarding them for coaching versus discount coaches who are just hanging out for the discount, which is nothing wrong, but they are a VIP customer. They're a preferred customer. And I think classifying them as such is good. And I think it's good too legally as far as whatever our regulating body is that doesn't like MLMs anyway. This is good for that. Because it's like, okay, the income statements and not every coach, blah, 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 makes any money. And that's one of the big bullets of ammo for critics of network marketing is, well, most coaches, most ambassadors, most distributors, they make no money. Well, most ambassadors, distributors, whatever you call them, are really just VIP customers hanging out for the discount. But they hurt those stats. So I honestly, I'm really excited about this. I think it's good overall. I think it's great for coaches. I think it's great for customers. And for people, like me too, I think it's good to light a fire under their ass. So I think it's good.
And also one other thing I thought about now that we're like having this more discussion is that, let's say inactive coaches that are just sitting on a team right now, inactive, and they dropped preferred status, and then 6 months goes by, they have the opportunity to change coaches if they never felt connected to that team. Like, that's just like, we might see in a year from now, like so many more people that are not just sitting there as an inactive coach and have the ability to move around if they want to. That's just another thought too. So this might change like the whole.
Don't they have to become a customer, not a preferred customer to move coaches though for 6 months?
Yeah, they'd have to cancel their
preferred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to completely cancel and go to a customer for 6 months,
Oh,
and then
that-
they can sign up.
I thought it was just, okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because preferred customers still have to wait the 6 months. So they would have to
They do.
cancel but
That's,
you could
that-
have conversations more with, you know, a lot of, how many times you get a conversation with people that are like, I get Shakeology every month. So if they do go down a preferred customer, you have the opportunity then to be like, you might as well get your husband as a preferred customer for the next 6 months while you wait. We can set a date, you know, in the next 6 months to talk about you re-enrolling under me as you know, I will be your coach at that point. Because a lot of people, again, they want to work with us, but they're tied to another coach. So I'm just saying that as another option of a way to have a conversation with people who might want to move over to your team. It's a little bit easier to be like, just get your spouse or whatever, sign up and get the discount under his account. And then without having to do the whole Social Security thing, and then transition over after 6 months.
Yeah, and that conversation. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jen. I was just trying to think that through. I get it. Like they sign up their husband as a preferred customer, but
I don't think that
gets
works
the name
anymore.
off, and then that way they would go.
That
the
husband
customer-
would move up to you as the
Yeah, your
coach.
husband would move up to you, and they would move under there. But then they could just cancel their husband's account anyway because they were just using that as a placeholder. So it's not, and then just totally cancel, then use them as their discount.
Yeah, and I'm not thinking somebody who has their husband under them to build an Emerald. I'm just thinking people who have general accounts. I know a couple people who are under other people's accounts and they don't have their husband signed up under them. So this would just be someone who maybe is stuck under another account. And it's just a way for them to continue to get the products at a discount until they can move over to your team without having to get a challenge pack and or you know, they could literally just sign up with $15.95 as preferred customer and don't have to put in their husband's social security number because that's when it gets the compliance issues there. Just some ideas.
By the way, Courtney, there is a military exemption for the semi-annual evaluation for any military or nonprofit waivers on their account. It's not a permanent exemption and they will change it at some point, but for the first like check in October or November, they're waiving that.
That's awesome. Thanks for finding that out, Lily. I figured Beachbody had some sort of waiver exemption because they're really awesome. They really are. But that's good to know for this initial. I know for Guard, and this is FYI, our tours are only 3 months. We can elect to stay for the 6, so it wouldn't really affect. I mean, it will affect active duty, but it's good to know that they have. I'm sure they would continue the waiver, though. I mean, it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't, but we'll see.
It just gives them an out if they want to redo something. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. I think, but that's good to know. So thank you for finding that, Lily.
It also says there's a 30-day reclassification notification and a 7-day reclassification notification, and then a pending. So it like they're going to get 4 notifications before it actually happens. So.
Interesting. All right, we've got about less than 10 minutes left. So do we want to shift gears and talk about some little less heavy stuff? Not that it's not heavy, it's very important conversation, but just want to talk.
Did you hear BODi is launching on Friday as well? And Autumn Calabrese is going to do the first workout.
Oh, no, I didn't actually. Is it actually Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Did anybody else have like an emotional reaction seeing all the trainers together working out? I was like, oh, my heart, like I just couldn't take it. Like, what do you mean? They're all in the same place? It was weird.
That's creepy.
Wait, I'm pretty sure you couldn't take Shaun T in the shower.
Yes, please. Or Joel. Have you been watching Shaun and Joel interact on Facebook and Insta this week? Oh my God, it's been hilarious.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
It's been awesome.
I don't know about all you, but I was wishing I was a super trainer with hanging out with them.
Oh my God,
Oh
totally.
yes. Oh yes. Very
So
good.
is the first,
We'll be hanging out with them in Punta Cana.
oh yeah. Good times. I'm ready. So on Friday, Autumn's first, is she the 10 a.m. Pacific time?
If you go to Body Interactive on Instagram, the schedule's on there.
Cool.
So apparently.
And yeah, and, Carl said they'll do like little clips before and after the workouts on that Insta account.
How do you get on it?
It's just type in @Body Interactive and follow it.
No, I mean the actual workout, like the body
So it's
platform. Is it
First come, first serve is my understanding. Is whoever logs in and clicks on join live podcast is what they're calling it. Whatever their cap is for that first workout will be able to get in. So in my understanding,
I think what Kim's asked, like, is it actually in the BOD app that you link to Body? Or where is
my
that?
understanding is it's supposed to be live on all platforms. So on that, that's what I read somewhere. Now I don't know where I read that, but my understanding is it's supposed to be available on computer and all the other ways that you can log in. So, but you have to have a camera, obviously.
They said on the National Wake Up Call that you had to sign up on Thursday
On the 5th.
for
yeah.
Friday. Yes, you have to sign up on Thursday for the Friday workout, but they didn't tell you what time you needed to sign up. They just said that to follow BOD Interactive on Instagram.
Are you sure
for
they were saying you
further
had to be
schedules.
part of Nutrition Plus by the 5th? Because that's the rule.
It was both.
Huh.
They said both things.
They have
So-
a link in their Instagram profile for the Body Beta, and it directs you to Nutrition Plus. So
Right.
my guess is that'll transition on Thursday, Friday.
Well, and the difference is on the 5th is the last day that you can get the 30-day free trial.
Right.
The 6th is when you have to start paying for it. You don't. There's no free trial.
Well, and I don't even know that you can join between the 6th and the 1st. I don't know how that's
Let's
working.
see, on their
They
back
said
office,
if you couldn't be part of the beta if you were after, even if you get a challenge pack, I don't think you can be a part of the beta.
so first you need to be a member, join free for 30 days by August 5th of the Nutrition Plus. Current Nutrition Plus members can experience the exclusive release Body Beta starting on August 6th. Let's see, what be in a background cast, more on that later, but you have to sign up for Nutrition Plus by August 5th unless you're already a member. Let's see what that was from our coach office. This says it'll launch in August. Yeah, I don't know. They don't have a.
So what we need to communicate or re-communicate to our teams are, if you have Nutrition Plus currently, don't get rid of it. Hold on to it. You will be allowed to join the beta, which means you can actually join Beachbody's Body Live Interactive.
And then, just to cut in early, but current BOD members can upgrade to the annual BOD and Body membership at a prorated price starting in September.
Right.
And Nutrition Plus will be a part of Body this fall. So starting in September, let's see, we have a Nutrition Plus membership as well as the Beachbody On Demand. Your Nutrition Plus will automatically become Body in September. Nutrition Plus name will be discontinued, but you still have access. So does that mean like if you renew, because like my renewal is in October, so I will probably for like $200 more, or I guess it's $100 more, but you'll be able to then upgrade. I don't know how that's going to work, right? Will BODi be included? My current BODi will not be in the BOD, but you can upgrade to an annual. So they're gonna take the 290. I don't know how they're gonna do that.
They're gonna prorate it. So you're not gonna pay the full
Anything that, yeah,
298.
anything that renews before December, I think is prorated to renew. And then you would finish it after the first of the year.
Yeah.
To renew again, or
And you can have BOD alone. You don't have to have BODi, but if you have BODi, you have to have BOD. So basically, if people want the live interactive version, the communication would be that it's $298 a year, which is still a steal compared to what people pay for Peloton or Nordic Track or really any other live platform that I've looked into. So
Right. And then if you think about, so what is 298 divided by 12? I'm just, people like to crunch numbers.
I think it was like $24 a month.
Okay, so you're paying at least that to drive your car, spend your gas, go to the gym, waste your time changing, waste your time waiting for instructors, blah, 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 blah.
Waste your time waiting for equipment, waste your time trying to
Germs.
get a spot in
Trying to
class
get stuff, waste your time, like hanging out in the locker room afterwards. Yep.
with all the germs.
Yeah. You don't like Jeremy. He's not a nice guy.
But I feel like, it's also parting. We're making our muscles strong and we're making our immune system strong. So not necessarily a bad trade-off, but that's been the plus for us for the last year and a half, right? Is like y'all don't have to go anywhere. It's nice.
All right, everybody. It is the bottom of, well, whatever. It's at
can I ask a question quick before we picture and get out?
Yes.
So in this month's guide for 2021 day, there's a prize option, like a little bingo card, and I was gonna do it unless somebody had some fervent no that you did not want prizes offered in that group. And so basically it's like a bingo card. So if they and they keep track of their own points, and then at the end, points get you a ticket and we do a drawing. Super easy, simple. And I'm happy to even pay for whoever wins. I don't really care. I just think it might be kind of fun in there to have a little more engagement. And
This is the 2021 group?
The 2021 group. Yeah, it's with that guide that it's in there. And I think it gets announced maybe on Thursday. So I wanted to check in before it came out.
I've got lots of prizes too. I can contribute.
Okay, we can figure out. Yeah, we can see who wins. And one of the that talked about was like the glass with the, like some kind of water cup with the thing on it. And I could, use one of Denise's or whatever and throw something together or whatever.
Cool.
It doesn't matter.
Sounds good. I'm happy. If somebody, it's one of my people, I'm happy to donate a prize.
If we want to do water bottles, I can do that too.
Okay.
So yeah, we can talk. I'd be happy to.
Okay, cool.
I think it's a great idea. Actually, that was what my mentor said, is get some engagement going, get people excited, do something different if you haven't done it yet, try new things. And
I actually started a group chat with all of my customers doing 645 today because I want us, because we're in BOD and they're all used to Facebook, I wanted us to have interaction to make sure we're sticking with it for the 13 weeks.
Yeah, it's a good idea. 13 weeks is a long time.
Do it through Messenger?
I did. Yep. I just did it through Facebook because I've communicated with them all through that. So they're all there.
Okay.
All right.
Picture time?
Picture time. Who's ready? Jen, are you going to hop on?
Jen.
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 Jen. Oh, yes. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Jen's selfie's super pretty. I want to be able to hold my computer like that.
Sorry. I was unloading groceries, so I've got like stuff all over the place now.
No apologies.
But I was listening.
All right.
Shout out to Deanna for another great meal class. If you said that before, I loved all the recipes. Had 3 of them. Delicious. Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Jack's addicted to the hummus right now. I don't even know if I'm going to get any more of it.
I know. I was so bummed I couldn't join. I was like, I'm driving right by you, but I can't.
Yeah, it was very good. It was a great class as always. What's the next one? September 12th, is that right?
I think so. I think that's the way it works out. Yep.
Perfect. September 12th, I did an event in my page. People seem to like that, even though no one came. There was still at least 6 people that RSVP'd last time. So
That's a good idea. I think I'll try that too next time.
yeah, it always keeps track of, so I'm not sending everybody the grocery list, you know, they can just look at the event and figure it out and ask questions if they need to, but
Well, the nice thing about events in your Facebook groups is that it reminds you that there's an event happening and that you either haven't RSVP'd or you have RSVP'd or you need to, or there's new comments on it. And so it always goes into, like when you type something into the, bye Robin.
Bye.
Type something into the description or discussion under that event, it pushes out to all the people that are invited to that group, which is nice.
Okay.
So it's another way to get more engagement and remind them, hey, there's something going on. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Anything else?
Right. See
All
you tomorrow
right.
morning.
All right. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye, Kelly.